welcome back to the channel. Today we're at Dallas Fort Worth Airport and we're gonna go check on the progress on Gus and see maybe when we're gonna get Gus back and when we'll be able to get him back in the air. The project that was estimated to take 6 to 8 weeks long is now rolling into about 6 months. Needless to say, I'm getting a little bit anxious. I really want my plane back, but hopefully it'll be well worth the wait. We're gonna go see what state of completion it's in, see maybe when we can get it back. Stay with me as we go check and see the progress on Gus. All right, so we're here in Oklahoma, Washington, Oklahoma, and we're gonna see what Gus is all about. So this is where we're at on the project. Getting really close. Mike says he wants it out of here. He's sick of it. He's sick of Gus. So everything's coming along pretty nice. Just kind of down to some of the finishing touches, but everything's really tidy. I'll get you a little better look at it. A lot of the repairs have been made. So he has some special stuff in here that he did. We have a spring up here that was replaced, so it actually holds the door open now. This is all suede. You have this compartment where you can access all the ELT, the battery, and all that stuff very nicely. Nice lifting strap. And we never had a place for oil, so Mike gave us this nice little oil tray. I think we're getting some sort of a magnet latch for the ski tube. All new carpet, headliner, like all these poles have been wrapped in suede leather. Memory foam. We have armrests here that didn't used to exist and they're super comfortable. I'll show you what one of those looks like. So that's something else we have now. We have these open back seats where we have pockets for stuff.
Yeah, it had mat pockets before, didn't it?
It had mesh pockets or something, yeah.
Yeah, it had elastic.
But it didn't have the recessed pockets, yeah, like that. It's fancy schmancy.
I prefer a structured look.
We've got the leather wrapped yokes, the nice Bellanca logo. He even fixed my timer and my clock over here. Apparently that just needed a battery. It's all the little things, like right up here we have the handle, and that's has been repainted and spruced up. I thought it had a new handle, but nope, it's just been tidied up. The glare shield. So this is a nice suede, and this is a tenfold improvement over what I had before. It was not very nice. Just kind of get down to the finishing touches. The windows have all been resealed all the way around. A little bit of touch-up paint for that. There's some of the leather that they're using. A lot of the pieces have been refabricated. There's another window that was resealed. The tape was kind of bad, so they're in the process of resealing that, fixing the tape that was messed up. We did a new exhaust down here. We used to have to make sure this thing was loose, but it was too loose, and so we just upgraded the exhaust. And what's the deal on that? Tell me about the exhaust.
It's 80 compliant. See, this one had the old style on it.
And it had like a ball and it had to rotate, but it was
it still has that on it, but it had the old style muffler on it, which has the internal welds. So we put the new style on it to eliminate the AD.
And these are more reliable.
Yes.
Yeah. So the AD was inspect every 50 hours or something,
100.
wasn't it? 100. So they did this one. We just basically matched them up. So now they're both the same. And here's a little better view of that. You can see the suede versus the, and this is a mess in the other glare shield. So he tried a tan and it just glared too much, so we had to keep it black. Here's what one of the armrests looks like. They laser cut those and fabricated those because those didn't even exist. And you can see the burn marks from the laser cutter. I thought that was pretty neat. They built them like that. It's very, very tidy. New fuel islands have been painted. Hopefully in one of our future upgrades we'll clean up the rest of the panel and make it match. Because what I'd like to do is paint all this stuff down here, all this wood grain stuff, paint all that same red, and then maybe redo the panel in that tan to match everything else now that everything's been done. We'll try not to leave any details undone. But this antenna was underneath the glare shield where it wasn't doing a whole lot of good. Wasn't really happy about that. Mike got this relocated where it needs to be. Now I think this one's still running comms, isn't it? just about got everything. You ran the, you said you did run the angle of attack sensor?
Yes,
and that
it was
was
all hooked up, but it's not been calibrated yet.
And it was terrible. Mike said he doesn't want to do it. You can do it again now though, right?
Oh yeah.
The first time's always the worst.
Now I don't know how to get it out there.
Because he had to get it from, was it on this wing? Which wing is it on? It's on that. So he had to figure out how to get the tube from there all the way down the wing, because that's the angle of attack sensor. It's kind of a pitot, so they've got the pitot blocked off, and it'll only sense angle of attack, and I don't know how that works. Some sort of magic, I'm sure. But they had to figure out how to get the tube all the way down the wing, which doesn't have a whole lot of access holes, and into the brains, huh? And as far as wood, right? And you inspect that during annual, and it's all good? Because wood's crap. They should have already rusted out. I mean, rotted. Still going strong. The wood's still going strong. We aren't going to fall out of the air tomorrow. He checked that out for us, which is good.
Termites are all holding it.
Yep, all the termites are happy in there. Gus is coming along very nicely. Hopefully we'll make the... Our plan is to pick this thing up before the fly-in Bartlesville for the Viking. And somebody was lecturing me the other day and said that it is actually Bellanca, not Bellanca. What do you say? It was somebody that knew Gillespie Bellanca's daughter, and they said it is actually Bellanca, that Bellanca is the Americanized version of how to say it. Because I started out saying Bellanca.
Tomato to me.
We're gonna say Bellanca. This guy seemed to know the Bellanca family. We're gonna assume he was an authority, so I don't know. What do you have to say about that? Anyhow, the plan is to make it to the fly-in Bartlesville September 15th. Hopefully we'll get it before then, but then make that and then kind of unveil it to all the enthusiasts and show off what Mike can do.
Yep.
This is the guy right here. He's really happy with the way it's turning out. He's not really happy with the amount of work he's had to put in to make it turn out this nice.
Nope.
So that's where Gus is at. He's got a lot of other projects going on too. Is your cruise master going to be ready?
I hope.
Can we see it? What'd
Sure.
you do? It's been 6 months. Let's go see your cruise master. People probably want to see that. I'm curious about where the cruise master is. So what have you done since I was here in February?
One thing I've done, I started cutting up the panel for the Garmin 760. Cleaned up the...
Now, see, you already have some. You've already got the 4-point harnesses in this one.
And I got the tail repainted, started putting the new tail wires on it.
So you've got a month and a half. You think you're gonna make it?
I don't have a month and a half. I got 4 weeks. I got to fly it before then.
Oh yeah? Do your test flights or whatever?
I haven't flown it since it got here 2 years ago.
That's a lot of work for sure. It'll be nice when it's done. It looks like it's in pretty good shape, really.
When we bought it, it needed some wood repair, fixed all that. Airplane had been sitting for 7 years, so we replaced all the flexible lines have all been replaced, brake lines replaced. Mechanically, the airplane's completely gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So mechanically, it's probably as solid as anything else out there.
Well, cool. I'll be excited to see it done. Probably not as excited as he will, or you will, huh?
Oh, I'm
2
ready
years.
to fly it.
Yeah. And get it out of the shop. So this is the runway. I'll show you. So the biggest concern we have now is when we leave, if there's been a bunch of rain, I guess it can get a little sloppy. So this will be my first grass runway takeoff. I landed on this back in February, and it'll be fun to do some grass strip takeoffs. Never done that. A beautiful grass strip. You can see it's got some pretty good upslope down there. But 4,000 feet here, this is paradise. I don't know where this is. Washington, Oklahoma. So I can't remember if it's like 39 OK or it seems like that's maybe what it is. 39 OK Airhaven. Airhaven. That's what they call it. But anyhow, just south of Norman, Oklahoma. And this is where we landed. So it'd be fun to do a grass strip takeoff. Never done that in my plane. I did a bunch of that in training, and we took off in clump grass in Powell, which was, you want to talk about some rough grass strip takeoffs. Ooh, really bumpy. That's where Gus is at. I think hopefully by the end of the day, Gus will be flying again. He's going to do some things with the door, and get Gus up in the air again, and then maybe in a week or two we'll be back here to pick Gus up for the final reveal. So stay tuned for all that, and we'll take you flying, because I've really been anxious to show you the panel and show you a lot more about what the Dynon features have that set it apart from some of the other things. I've had a ton of questions about how the Dynon is and how my panel works and how the different things integrate with each other. So I want to do a lot more deep dive into that and show you guys what's good about the panel and why we chose that. So once this is done, really the last big thing to do is to update the autopilot, and I'm really hoping that Trio's gonna get their autopilot STC'd for the Bellanca, and then we can do the autopilot and get rid of the old attitude indicator, the entire vacuum system, and then update the panel, change the panel color back to tan, and do some other finishing touches, and then it'll be totally restoed, I guess, you know, modern restoed. Then we can get Gus down to Florida, and that's something you guys might not know, but Why Fly Guy has moved to Florida. I've still got Wyoming in my heart. It's going to stay Why Fly Guy, but we're going to be based in St. Augustine, Florida, so that's going to be interesting. We're really excited about it. We're really excited about being in Florida and no winters and being able to have more time to fly, and some of the adventures on the East Coast and seeing more of the East Coast that we've never seen, probably taking some trips to the Bahamas. So all that'll be coming up on the channel as we explore the new state we live in. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching along, and until next time, you have a good dang day.